That doesn't sound too
smoky.
Yo dudes! Welcome to Chocolate Chilli Pie. So this is where we take a traditional chili, we add dark, bitter chocolates. It's bittersweet, so it really accentuates that chili flavor. And this dish tastes like a warm hug. We're putting a mashed potato on the top, but we're baking the oven for 30 minutes. It's based on a dish out of Oaxaca in Mexico. It's really tasty, simple, and you will be delighted with it. Here we go. First step, we're gonna get our spuds on. This is gonna be the mashed potato that's gonna sit on top of the chocolate chili. So we've got 1.5 kilos of spuds, AKA potatoes. We're just gonna chop them nice and small and add them into a pot.
And we're leaving the skin on. The most nutritious part of the potato is the skin, so if you're into health, leave the skin on.
Yeah, definitely.
Get that, perfect. Whew, we got lucky, just about fit. So just literally boil the spuds.
Okay, so now to make our chocolate chili, really quick, simple and easy. So I've got a pan on a high heat.
In goes aceite.
Aceite, AKA about 1.5 tablespoons of oil.
Leave it out if you're not into oil. Next step, I have diced 3 cloves of garlic and 1 chili.
We've got 1 yellow pepper. I've just finely sliced it. And we've got a bunch of scallions.
So that's, make sure to include the greening. And the reason why we went with scallions is just they're quicker cooking.
I'm gonna fry this down for 2.5 minutes, just stirring regularly. It's on a high heat. We're gonna cook this on a high heat.
Okay, next step, while they're frying, I'm gonna take 1 tablespoon of cumin seeds. This is optional, but it does give a wonderful texture.
We debated about this, but Stephen was all for the cumin seeds. Leave a comment and let us know whether you like cumin seeds in it or not. I'm voting no.
I'm totally for it. So the reason why we're putting cumin seeds in at this point is that we want them to pop, because when a cumin seed pops, it releases a lot more flavor.
Okay, so now it's time for our spices. We fried them down for 2.5 minutes.
Okay, in on top of our teaspoon of cumin seeds, I am going with 2 teaspoons of ground cumin in. And we're going in with 1 teaspoon of ground coriander.
We've got 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper. I love black pepper in a chili. I think it's fantastic.
It kind of gives more of that back of the throat heat.
And a really essential one, I think it's brilliant. It's really important to root out, is smoked paprika. Brilliant. Gives that kind of oaky, smoky, kind of oxtaily taste.
Oaky, smoky. Okay, we're going to move our spices around here just to kind of waken them up, because spice is a dried herb. It's been sitting in the jar for a while.
Dried spice, actually.
Dried spice. Okay, so we got 2 cans of chopped tomatoes. In they go.
So question, Stephen, if I wanted to use fresh tomatoes, how many would I use?
Absolutely, the equivalent of 400 grams. So
400 mil. So about eight medium tomatoes would be perfect.
Yeah, be about 800 mil in total.
We're gonna add in 6 tablespoons of tomato puree.
And the function of tomato puree is just to thicken the sauce and add a more tomatoey flavor. Okay, so that was 6 tablespoons of tomato puree.
Now, an essential ingredient to every chili, well, I wouldn't necessarily say everyone else's chili, but to my chili and a lot of my dishes is tamari.
If you didn't know, tamari has 7 times less sodium than salt. So Beautiful. It's good for anyone with high blood pressure.
So we're going in with 2 tablespoons
of David's Magic Black Sauce. So we have 50 grams of dark chocolate. We've gone with 70%. You can even go up to 100 if you want. I think 70 works well because you get that sweetness and that bitterness.
But 30% to be fine, you know.
So that's 50 grams of dark chocolate.
Okay, next up we've got 3 tins of beans. So I've got a tin of chickpeas, tin of butter beans, and a tin of black beans. But whatever kind of beans you have in your press.
So it's 3 tins, it's 3 400 grams tins in total. Just drain and remove the fart juice.
Yeah.
Next step, we got a bunch of coriander, also known as cilantro. Turn it around to the stalk side first, and we're gonna add in the stalks. They'll just add, at this stage, just chop them real finely. The stalks have a huge amount of flavor. Okay, so we got 1/2 lime. In she goes. Lime's adding acidity. It's just going to help break through that tomato-ness and just kind of give a zesty vibrance to our dish.
I don't know if you're passionate about that.
Abs the lime talk.
Just say it with a bit more passion.
Next step, take some cilantro, some leaf of coriander, just fresh coriander.
It'll give a nice kind of a fresh taste because the chili kind of adds a depth and a richness to it, whereas the coriander cilantro really kind of kicks through it.
If you don't like coriander, leave it out. You could put chive or flat parsley through it.
Really, really yum. Beautiful. Jeez, that's really good. Okay, so I'm going to turn that down and leave it simmer away while our spuds cook. Spuds are probably about 10 minutes away, so...
For anyone who doesn't know what a spud is, what is it? Potato. Known as a potato.
Okay, so we've left the potatoes to boil. It's taken about, I'd say, 20 minutes altogether. I'm going to knock them off the heat and drain and rinse them.
We've got 1.5 kilos of spuds, boiled, smoking, smelling epic.
Just to recap, spuds is what we call them in Ireland. Potatoes is what they're commonly
We
known
have
as.
150 ml of oat milk we're using. You could use whatever non-dairy milk you're into. I was like a nice pinch of salt. So
Be generous with salt. Potatoes have a wonderful ability to absorb salt.
So I'm starting with about 1/4 to 1/2 teaspoon.
Now this is something that not everyone will be into, but I love this. I think a bit of coriander through your potato goes fab.
And I'm gonna add 2 tablespoons of oil. And a pinch of black pepper. I think 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper goes great as well. There we go. Oh. Time to get our mash on. So all you're gonna do is take your mashing.
If you don't have a potato masher, just use a fork and do fine.
And you'll note we left the skins on. The skin are just so nutritious.
Yeah, it's the most nutritious part of the potato.
Okay, we've taken a typical kind of family lasagna tray.
Or casserole dish, some people might know it. In goes our chocolate chili.
Chocolate chili down the bottom. Colours are great, smells fantastic. There's a nice kind of whiff of chocolate off it.
And the chocolate really is an incredible addition. Just adds a richness, it really accentuates the flavour and kind of, in my opinion, makes a more rounder chili. So in goes our spud. Rather than trying to put the spud and mash it, it's much easier technique is just spread it out. Get skinny bits. So just get a skinny layer on your spoon and just on it goes. Next step, if there's any potato left, share it with your friend. It's so delicious.
I'm your twin, not just your friend.
You're my twin, I'm my friend.
Okay, thanks, Steve.
So we preheated the oven to 200 degrees. We're going to put it in for about 10 minutes, just until it starts to go brown and golden.
Okay, so it's been in the oven for 15 minutes. She's ready to go.
Smells fab.
It is ready to go.
Ah! So you see the way the potatoes crisped up beautifully? It looks nice and golden.
Beautiful. Really. This is exciting. Very, very exciting.
If you do want to be, you can slice it. It's often nice just kind of wet.
I reckon you get 6 or 8 portions of it. So it's a good kind of family portion. It freezes well and it does really well in the fridge.
Oh. Oh, look at that. Looks fab. There's a wonderful just waft of chocolate chili magicness. Oh, look at that. Delish.
Okay, here we go. Final taste test.
Even
Even though I've tasted the chili and I've tasted the spud. Here's the combo. Chocolate chili combo coming to you.
Belly hug coming up now. It's just beautiful. Like it's so elegant.
sensational.
The potato soothes the spiciness of the chili, and you just end up with this warm chocolate chili belly hug magic deliciousness.
Yum. Final thought. Yum. It took us about 50 minutes to make, I'd say.
Really tasty dish. Perfect winter dish, and it would also make a nice summer dish. It's
really good. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed. We'd really appreciate it. And leave us a comment. Let us know what you like.
One thing I wanted to say: if you do make this, please tag us on Instagram or any social media. Just the Happy Pear.
Yeah,
please. Thanks a million. Sending loads of love. Cheers.
Cheers. Bye.